And welcome to part 2 of my home gym tour. If you haven't already seen part 1, you're going to need to go back, subscribe to my channel, take a look at my video list, and then you'll see part 1 of the tour, which will show how we got here. And right now we're going to go and see part 2. Thank you. So back in here, this is the Aura Inform Monster Rack. Absolutely love this. It's built like a house. It's not bolted down. I don't feel the need to bolt it down. When I got it, I got extra cross members to it. I built it kind of a little bit differently. I have a bottom cross member, which it doesn't come with as standard. I have a top cross member, which wouldn't come as standard. You would normally be getting a pull-up bar, which I have a pull-up bar in the middle. The reason I got this cross member is because I knew I wanted to attach a couple of items here, and I saw it being done by Brandon Campbell on YouTube. So I like the layout that he had, so I've done something similar there. I went for the 90-inch rack. There's 3 heights. This is the smallest. As you can see, I can't even get a finger in between the top and the roof. It's perfect. Worst case scenario, I could have brought this down a level, but I didn't need to. I have a way down with weights. There's pin storage, which there's plenty of weight on it to keep it down. I sprayed this orange. It did come as standard red, Rogue red. I have a couple of these pulley type attachments. The reason I have those is for that there. I have a center one for our lat pull down. On my previous rack, the Powertech one, there was a lat pull down on it. It was old, it was plate loaded, it was a bit rickety, so this isn't really an upgrade or a downgrade, but basically it is as simple as it gets. It's a rock climbing pulley that clips on like that. This end goes onto a weight plate, the tree, this onto a handle, and then up and down. If it's strong enough to hold someone climbing up the side of a mountain, I think I'll be safe. And that's that. My son does want to try kind of a chest fly pulley when we put these going sideways out, and then he's an idea in his head anyway that he wants to give a go. Safety wise, I have the strap safeties, which is mostly what I use. Just when you touch them, you don't feel like you're touching them, not like a solid one on the flip down safeties. The reason I have the flip downs is because I have the belt squat and the reverse hyper attachment that I made, and they sit on top of this. Then I have these spotter arms because then they can flip on the front, and then I can do strict press on log and axle press. And other than that, I do have the landmine attachment down the bottom. I have a couple of band pegs for it. I have a couple of landmine attachments for rows. And other than that, that's the rack. One thing I do want to get for it is from Rogue USA. They're not selling it as such yet, because they don't want to break apart anything. They're not sending stuff that isn't on the menu as such or directly off the website. There's something that you can put a bench into, which lines your bench up the same time every time. It's actually designed by Brandon Campbell Diamond and in conjunction with Rogue, and it's one of those. But if you buy it from them now, you have to buy a cross member and you have to buy all the bolts. Cost $200, then it costs another $200 shipping. It costs probably another $200 in tax for a simple one part that I need, because I already have the bottom cross member. So I'm going to wait till they are doing stuff kind of more custom orders until I can get that. And to finish it all off, a couple of rather strange looking green implements here. Started off with seeing Eddie Hall using this implement here, which is a car buffer. Yeah, it's strange, but it spins and it's a percussion device, and he was using it after deadlifts or something like that on his back and his legs, and it's just it's an alternative to one of them Theragun type things. You put it on your arm and it just you can feel it through your muscles. It's not even, it's the fact that it's half the price of one of them Theraguns. It's industrial strength, whilst it's probably not recommended to use on your arms or your legs. I find it great. Just because I use it doesn't mean you should use it. But it's great. Part of the system, one battery fits all these things here. Is a fan. It's a really lightweight fan. It doesn't get too warm here in Ireland. I needed a fan for photography work as well, so it kills two birds. And if it was warm here and I was doing anything, deadlifting or anything, you put it in front of you and it just blows cold air. Same, as I said, same battery system into this, and then do a bit of a hoover up. And if I'm feeling super lazy and I just want to blow out in between the mats or whatnot, it's like a leaf blower, garage blower type thing. Gets in and out of the crevices, and then it just blows everything out and you just blast it all out the front door. And that's my strange green implements. And to move on to a bit of a walking tour of the gym, to start off we have this rubber pad, which is a drop mat for my Atlas stones. At the top I have a 90 kilo, then we have a 45 kilo down there, the big 120 kilo at the bottom, and then a little baby 20 kilo there beside it. Up the top we have a sound system, which I think every gym needs. Then my son stored our bikes out here, and my bike is there, so we've that. We've the bars we went through. Then we've that mess of a corner with loads of different bits and bobs in it. I do have adjustable dumbbells there, just kind of a cheap adjustable dumbbell set. Down the bottom I have 22.5 dumbbells and a 35 kilo just in hex dumbbells. Then I have a couple of kettlebells. Down the bottom some chains, and then this absolute spaghetti junction of attachments for the belt squat and for pulley systems and whatnot. That's the belt squat. Weird device. When I do a video on the belt squat I might go through other bits on it, but this is a weird kind of climbing device that I have discovered works perfectly for a belt squat. It just means that you can drop the weight if you're in a bit of an emergency. Then obviously the Irish flag hanging there, important. The barbell bunker. Then simple chalk bowl. What can I say? Simple way to do it. Rob one of the bowls from the missus from the kitchen and then just put chalk in it and it's perfect. Then up here we have, you might recognise that power rack. That's Brandon Campbell's old rack. I was just looking for a picture online. And if this here, basically, I just know if I'm benching, I put my J hooks in 18. I put the front safety in 12 and the back in 16. And it's just a simple way of remembering. Over here to the boxing side, this is an old, fairly old bag. It's about 10 years here. It's I like it because it's the brown leather vintage style. It's used quite a bit for photos, boxing photos. Other than that, hit it a bit and it's taken plenty of abuse over the years. Box of wraps and different kind of accessories down the bottom. Then down here is a strange looking implement. This is what's called the back baller. It is it's just basically rollers, 4 independent rollers on a device. It's designed by an Irish guy, Noel Marshall, and it's a great piece of kit. A lot of rugby players and what use it because it's the width, it's wide. This absolute torture device, which is the Rogue Echo bike. Originally got for a photo shoot. Use it quite a bit now. Only in the last couple of months start using it a bit to get the heart rate up. What can I say? It's great. I love it. Then I have this also a punch bag, a floor to ceiling ball. That hooks in down the bottom there, and then once it's hooked in, then it's tap away on it. Down here I do have something that should be up on the wall, which is the speed ball. And then in behind that I do have a hex bar. It's a fairly standard cheap hex bar. Hiding in there is a Rogue sled, which was got for another photo shoot, but then COVID kind of kicked in and it hasn't been used. I'll try and get it out soon. Up here is a couple of bands. wrist straps and skipping ropes. And then I have my Concept 2 rower. I absolutely love rowing. It's my favourite form of cardio. Not that I like a lot of it, but it's definitely something that I'm comfortable with. I did get this seat here. It's Vapor Fitness make it, and it's a silicone seat, and it's definitely a worthwhile investment if you are going to be rowing for quite a bit. Also, they have a phone attachment for if you want to see your stats or not when you're rowing. And the most recent build I made is this shelving unit to hold mostly Nocco and then my son's drinks over there, but I think of every flavour Nocco make. And then bumper plates down the bottom. I don't use bumpers a whole lot, but they were kind of a bit of a dual purpose buy for the photo side of things, and then also if I'm deadlifting late at night, not to be banging the iron plates around. They're a little bit easier on the ground, although I have got rubber mats, but I don't do a whole lot of like kind of weightlifting or Olympic lifting type movements to need them as such. But that's an addition. And then a couple of bags there. I have that Rogue throw bag, which is, I think it's 15 kilos, but it's made for throwing. Then I have a 50 kilo sandbag and a 100 kilo one on the bottom just for messing around with instead of the stones every now and again. Thank you so much for watching my 2-part series on my home gym. If there's anything that you've seen within the video that you would like me to do an extra kind of video on or ask any questions about, just fire them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. If I've given you any value, please give me a subscribe. I will have more videos out. And from Dublin, Ireland, Slán Abhaile, thank you.